especially for children, they always have to work with the
terrible.
cheapest stuff, etc.
I know, it's my wife is an artist as well, and she's done a lot of work in our children's schools, and it's just instant, the transformation in the work when you give people good materials to work with.
Yeah. There's a boy with the toilet. My home is my toilet.
Sorry. To the children. One of the things that they said they liked best about the coming to do dance workshops was the silence, because they never had. They lived in an environment that was always music, always shouting, always fighting, and so on. And to actually have stillness in their lives was really, and I wonder whether this is also,
I think
this is
so.
the place
I really
where
think so. He said, I read my comic on my, probably he's from a very big family. Yeah.
Yeah, technique.
Technique.
It's kind of appliqué.
Yes, and we are still in Turkey.
This marriage.
Yes, marriage. And it's the photo from someone from us, our group, the birds. Yes, and they are symbol for us, the migranten.
To migrate.
We began to fly now.
Yeah.
To kijken. Yes.
Just fly around.
Yes. Here are the birds too, and difficult it was to say goodbye to your family, and by plane, and the birds are still here. Oostenrijk.
And this is all the borders that you cross when you go to Holland.
That's the numbers of the colors. And it was so.
So how long did it take to transfer that?
We had a deadline from 3 months, and it was there in the time.
Yeah, in that period.
Pregnant. And everybody from the family and friends were helped. And in 3 months.
3 months for all this work?
For the bordering.
Yeah.
Well, there was a preparatory time to make the story.
Wow.
Yes.
What I think is really interesting is they've all been made by different women, different groups. But there's a very strong, I mean, you could make them all into one tapestry, creating work which stands up aesthetically. The fact that it's made by people is not it wouldn't be a good reason for it not to be good. It has to be as good as if it was made by one artist, and it is. It's one. We were talking again in the car about quality, and what's impressive about this, like the work outside, is just that sense that there's no difference of standards here between a project that's made involving people and a project that would be made by...
My position is that the only good social impact of community arts it depends on the quality of the artwork.
In Britain, there's often people fall into thinking that you either want excellence or you want access. And my argument is, why would I want to give people access to the second rate? I think, for me, I think absolutely I live in a postmodern world where there isn't any external authority that you can call to defend your standards. But then I think the mistake is that doesn't mean there aren't any standards. if you see what I mean. It doesn't mean that everything is worth the same.
No.
It just means that you have to argue for what you believe to be better. You can't just say it's better anymore. If I believe, I don't know, Shakespeare is important, I have to be able to say to people why I think it's important. And rather than just say, well, it's Shakespeare, you just have to accept that it's important.
First, third generation interviewed the generation of their parents, not only Turkish but also Italian, Spanish, Molucc people, and they were accompanied by amateur photography. And it was a very interesting chemistry because the Dutch photographers went with the young people in the families of the first generation, and between the photographs and the young people there was also kind of interaction, what they were asking, why, because they were also a bit timid about, so it was really also intergenerational, intercultural. It was very interesting mixture.
Thank you.
So this is another project which in fact started here in the first festival. The seed was planted first festival, Turkish festival. Dat is een van de 3 projecten. Because apart from the traditional Turkish culture festivities, we had also community arts project, which had as aim to bridge the gap between the mosque and the neighborhood. But there were some tensions with the neighborhood here. So we had.
When was this? What year?
In 2004, I think. Everybody has his traditional food, but with the intervention of an artist, people are invited to invent a new recipe in which they drop recipe in which they drop something about their own culture and accept the mixture of another culture.
We hebben Turks gekocht, we hebben Nederlands gekookt en gemixt en er kwam iets naar voren. En dat heb ik geproefd. En als ik zou moeten kiezen, kies ik voor dat Nederlands eten, voor dat Turks eten, maar niet voor de mix. Dat wij, zoals we nu zijn, verschillende culturen, dat ze zo mooi zijn zoals ze zijn. En als je dat mengt dan met iets, met een andere cultuur of een taal, dan komt er iets ongewoons en lelijks en heel anders uit, wat eigenlijk niet fijn is.
This arts project was here at the same time as the traditional dances, the food, etc. And I think, to be honest, that most people they go to the food and the traditional dances, and some of them they pick something from the new arts experience, but which is more powerful in fact, and this is really powerful, is people who are engaged in the making of the project, but also the whole network around them, their family, the people they know. For them it's an experience, when it's a good project, it's an experience they never forget.